Another amazing week of LEGO creations. As always, remember that all the builders and the articles mentioned in this video will be linked in the description down below for you to go and check them out. Welcome to a new episode of This Week in Bricks. Let's start, as always, from the Instagram section. Here we have Bricktacular builds, LEGO Master Winner, Masterpiece Gallery Exhibitor. We show some of these creations on our episodes before, and here we have a very small one that I think is just very, very good. This is a very small version of a tissue box with some very nice printed tiles. I think maybe those are the ones from Rivendell. Anyway, very nice SNOT work with the use of some inverted arches and some curved slope in the middle. And I think the one in the middle could be a cake piece. This is just so nice. Next up, we have Jeff.moc. Again, very, very familiar face. Almost every episode we have some of his amazing characters. Two very cool ones this week. This one, again, I don't know the name, del Tarun or the Tarune. This is Mr. Tenna, and it's very, very cool. I don't have the comparison with the original character at the moment, but here is the parts usage, and the pose of the character is just very, very cool. And then we also have another Studio Ghibli inspired build. This is the Princess Mononoke. Very, very cool. In particular, the princess, this character on top of the wolf. There's some insane parts usage, and often in his build he makes a very interesting use of elastic band, Lego elastic band. Again, excellent work. Next up, we have Joffrey Bricks, another amazing build. This is actually a work in progress, so it's not a completed build, but it's just so good. This is a fox, work in progress, but it looks done to me. It's just very, very cool. I don't know how you could improve this, maybe with a little bit of landscape around it. Just so nice sculpting all around this beautiful fox. Then we have Nabe-moc, Sakya Watanabe. Again, we feature him I don't know how many times now, because he always come out with something that is out of this world. Two builds this week. We have this jellyfish that is insane. So good. Very nice color scheme. There's a lot of parts that honestly I don't even know where they come from, but this is all Lego, of course. I recognize those fern pieces that I think I saw the first time in the Lego Friends Space Rover, and also those a series of angle stud, those clear minifigure stands, and then some parts that I'm not aware of, but it's just very, very good. And the color scheme, even at the base, is just perfect. Everything is nailed and looks very, very organic. On top of that, we have another one of these. This is Raijin, which is goes together with another one that we showed not long ago. Again, the parts usage here is insane for the sort of skirt piece and the clothes. And if you look at the head, like there's so many things going on there. Like I wouldn't know where to start to compliment and look at all the parts usage of this one. And it's also very cool to see this next together to the previous creation. That was with a different skin tone, but in some parts they kind of resemble. These are Raijin and Fujin. I don't know what's the story behind them, but this is very, very, very cool, and I would love to see this exhibited somewhere in real life. Then we have Jeff.moc. Again, we featuring often with this spooky Halloween related build. And here we have another work in progress, and this is so cool. This is Frankenstein monster. It looks so good from all perspective, and still there's a lot of work to be done. So imagine how good this is gonna be. Like this is again very, very organic shape everywhere. We usually see is buildings, but seeing something like this is really, really amazing, and it looks also like pretty big in scale. So I'm very curious to see how big this is gonna get. Very, very cool. Next up, we have leewanlego. We featured before some of these 2x4 bricks created in very creative and artistic ways. This time you have some merging Lego bricks. So there are 4 different color bricks that kind of merge together and stay up on a awkward angle. Very, very cool. And I think if you look properly, you can see also at the back side, you can see on the red one, there's also a little bit of the underside of the anti-stud part of the bricks as well. So very, very cool build. Then we have Clone Short with a very cool medieval build. This is again part of the Feodalis RPG that we mentioned in the past episode as well. Very, very cool build. I really like so much this landscape in the lower corner. It looks so nice and so smooth. It's just so perfect to me. It's the right balance between the vegetation and the two different colors. Right balance of smoothness, curve, and studs. Really nailed it. Very cool build. Then here I'm switching to Flickr because I don't know what happened to Dicken Liu Instagram profile. I cannot find it. I hope everything is okay on that side. Anyway, here we have Naruto-Jiraija. I think he's a character from Naruto, even though I haven't watched the show. Very cool. I love the pose. I love the end. Very cool. And I really like the parts that has been used for the head of the character. And the two studs kind of look like the eyes. So again, really nailed it that this is a very cool character. Also the sandals, by the way, very interesting construction there that works very well at this scale. Then we have a massive build, very cool. This is from Space Plastic. So if you remember, I think 1 year ago, we talked about the Rogue Ronin collaboration of Breaking Bavaria. And there was this huge samurai castle, Japanese castle, which was massive and it's very cool. Here we have a couple of images of this from both sides of the building, even with lights. This is just so cool. I would love to see this close up. It's just so nice. It's just perfect. It doesn't even look like Lego. You really need to look closely to realize that this is made with Lego. Stunning build. Maybe one of the best build of the year. Then moving on to the article section, tips and bricks, we have one more episode of the beginner series, and here we're talking about SNOTs, so which are the SNOT parts and how kind of relate to each other, and also all the different spacing and ratio and all the math that is involved when using these SNOT bricks. Again, SNOT means studs not on top if you are a noob in the Lego community. I know we use a little bit too many acronyms. Moving on to New Elementary, we have the review of the Lunar New Year set. We have some very cool stuff this year. My favorite has to be this one. This one is just very cool. We have some new parts, some new recolors. There's always a very good selection of parts with this set. So even though you are not into the team, but you can consider looking at them because they are always very good builds and they have a very excellent part selection. And also, for the Galloping Horses canvas, we have some very interesting pieces. We have some brick-built horses, some new molds as well. We have this new like quarter dome, very interesting. And then there is this beautiful painting of horses canvas, very nice piece, even though it doesn't feel like Lego because it's a canvas, it's a piece of paper basically, or plastic. I don't know exactly what's the material, but it's very cool. Moving on, there's a lot of very cool stuff on the Brothers Break. For example, they have the results of the Iron Builder. We will talk a little bit about that later on in this episode. They have some Pokemon build. Again, some of the builds that we feature in our episode, you can find it there as well. So there's a lot of cool stuff. Go and check it out. My favorite this week was this massive build by Paul Hetherington that was working together with Lego certified professional Robin Sather, and this is a 152,000 pieces polar icebreaker with two sides and interior as well. This is massive. It's 11 feet long and 2 feet wide. I don't know what's that. I think in centimeter. Sorry about that, but you can see that this is really massive, and there's two sides of it, so you can see the interior and you can see the outside. Very cool, and other things that would be very fun to see in real life. Moving on to BrickNerd, some very interesting article here as well. Building confidence in Microscale. This is an article by Wayne Tyler, and he's talking about his adventure as a adult fan of Lego that come into Lego later age compared to most people that play as a kid and maybe pick it up again when adults. And there is a little bit of journey of creating this Microscale project. The interesting part is that it's very cool to see how different buildings have been approached in Microscale. So you can see the differences between different scales and different stylistic choice to represent each building. And then the same project has been carried on later on a even smaller scale. So this is a very interesting article if you are into Microscale. Then we have two articles about castles. Both articles are by Juan Rodriguez Lopez, creating custom castles. We have some very cool one, Disney related in particular. So here you have a little bit of behind the scene about all these castles. And then there's one article about the latest one, which is the Wicked Emerald City. And here again, you have a little bit of how this one has been designed and all the concept and how all the project came together. So very, very interesting to go and check out. Then moving on to the contest section, as we mentioned earlier, round 7 of the Iron Builder is out. Here we have the judges with their write-up about the result, and Ari turned out to be the winner. So go on the website if you want to find out more. By the way, we have a new round also. I'm going to put the picture up here because I don't know if the website has been updated, but a new round has just been announced. I will put the images here so you can see who are the new participants for the last round of 2025, with the other forge coming soon in January. Then we have a couple of interesting builds also for Brickscalibur. Danko posted a few builds this week for Brickscalibur. We have 2-3 very cool entries. My favorite was this one, the Missing Link, based on the Legend of Zelda, I guess, for the Beast of Burden category. And then we have another very cool build for the same category by Greenari28, another very familiar face that we featured multiple times. And this is the Heavy Loader, which is his Beast of Burden entry. And again, here we have a lot of very, very interesting parts usage. Is another very, very, very cool entry. Don't forget that Creation for Charity is still on. I think $18,000 have been gathered already for charity through Creation for Charity. There's still, I think, one more week, so go and check out the website. And then to close the video, let's move to the YouTube section. I always love most of Cheesy Studios videos, almost all of them. I like in particular when he does these sort of Bricklink Haul, Bricklink Order kind of odd pieces and rare colors. It's always very interesting to see all these finds and all these parts that might be used for some of his future projects. Then don't forget to check out Beyond the Brick. They are back online with quite a lot of videos recently, so go and check out. There's almost a video every day basically, and there's a lot of very, very cool, massive stuff. My favorite this week was the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean Sea Battle. There's 2 massive ships with this sort of whirl in the middle, very, very cool effect, and everything is spinning with the Pirates of the Caribbean written on the side. Very, very, very cool things. On my channel this week, I posted a quick video about a mock that I put together for November with the mascot that is going on a holiday with the family. It took me a little longer to make this video because I was on holiday as well last week, but it's out there. There is also another weekly vlog for members only where I have a little bit of behind the scene about that. Please consider to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, or go and check out one of my previous episodes of This Week in Bricks. Here you have the full playlist with the latest episode link on screen. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.